Direct cash payments will be available to American citizens earning less than $99,000 per year. Expanded unemployment benefits. The average worker who has lost his or her job will receive 100% of their salary for up to 4 full months. These are things that, by the way, we have plenty more to go, but they're things that nobody's ever had any package like this done.
It's a big amount of money, a lot of money. That was President Trump from earlier today touting the economic aid package that passed the Senate last night 96-0. The House is expected to pass the stimulus bill tomorrow with bipartisan support. And a surprising twist, Nancy Pelosi, well, she's taking credit for it all.
We did jujitsu on it, that it went from a corporate first proposal that the Republicans put forth in the Senate to a workers first, Democratic workers first legislation.
Joining me now is House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Congressman, was Nancy Pelosi's 80th birthday, I believe, today, but did she give herself a little gift there? Is that what happened to make this $2 trillion bill better?
I know it's her birthday, but it does not give her the right to lie. 99% of this bill was already decided on Sunday. She held the bill up. And look what we just found out today. Almost 3.3 million Americans just lost their job last week. Well, she was holding this bill up. For why? Because she wanted to change election law. She wanted Planned Parenthood to be funded. She wanted the Green New Deal, and she wanted more money for sanctuary cities. That's what she was requesting. That's what we kept out of it. This bill is just about where it was. She did get $24 million more for the Kennedy Center. That's her jujitsu. That's the only thing they were able to do. And think about what this bill does. Provides funding for those who need it by the income level. We provide money for hospitals that are in crisis right now, but then we take the small business where millions of Americans work for, and we provide funding. We give them a loan, but you know the big part of it? If you pay your rent and you keep people employed, that is a grant from government. We're trying to keep people employed in this nation while we go through this.
Yeah,
yes.
Congressman, I'm hearing from a lot of business owners. People have had to furlough 900, 700 people in the last couple of days, and these people are heartbroken. And what their concern is that we need a date certain. Bloomberg had a big piece on this tonight, that the date certain is really the thing that is most needed to inject a sense of there's another side to this. We're going to get on the other side, and it's not going to be a month. It's going to be date certain. And they said if we don't have that, then $2 trillion is a drop in the bucket. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think he's watching this president. This president's looking and talking to his experts, but also realizes and tells the American public, we will come back and business will come back. There may be spots of America that could open up soon, and others would have to go through this. That's why in this bill it provides more than 2 months to pay for your employees, to not lay them off, keeping them employed. If you're a large employer, it helps you secure that loan, but more importantly, gives you a tax credit where the federal government is paying for your employee about 50% of it for the next 2 months. So yeah, that date certain is where this president is working to get America working again, and this bill allows you to stay employed while that time goes forward till we're all back strong again.
What about the employees who lose their health care? I mean, are there going to be more money for Obamacare, Medicare? I mean, what are they going to do?
Well, you know what the most important is for them not to lose their job, and that's what this bill does. If you are a small business, meaning if you have fewer than 500 employees, we are going to provide you the money, not a loan, but a grant to pay your rent and pay your employees. You keep 100% of them, you know what? We pay 100% of that salary. That allows for the next 2 months that we get through this. Just as you talk about date certain, we will get through this, but we'll keep you employed so you won't worry about health insurance because it's being paid.
Yeah, the businesses that are struggling are the ones that are more than 500, but less than the behemoth tech companies. But Congressman, this was something said today by L.A. Mayor Garcetti, who obviously is himself bracing for the increases in coronavirus. He's making his own warning, giving his own warning to the rest of America. Watch.
For anybody listening out there, this isn't just one of those moments to say, oh, that's New York, that's L.A., I'm different. From the smallest town, no matter where you are, this is coming to you. Everybody is the new, whatever the worst city is right now. It's going to be in Topeka. It's going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in Louisville.
Congressman, do you agree that what's happening in LA and New York is going to also come to smaller town America, medium-sized cities in the United States? Are they all the same when it comes to COVID-19?
I don't think they're exactly all the same, and how we react also makes a difference that they're not. Mass transits, we found, creates a bigger problem. People washing their hands more actually saves, people distancing themselves. The things that we have learned in the last month make us safer. And what's happening also on the ground, look at the therapies that are being created. Look at what we're being able from already. When you're looking at a trial when it comes to a vaccine. It took us 2 years to get to a clinical trial after SARS. We are already in a clinical trial. So this president has fundamentally shifted what's going on. Look at what we're doing in testing. In the last 8 days, we have tested more than South Korea tested in the last 8 weeks. By the end of this week, we'll be testing 100,000 people in a day.
Yeah, Dr. Birx seemed to want to bring everybody's fear level down because of that faulty modeling that really got everyone scared about the mortality rate and the number of events that would ultimately probably be required as well. Congressman, thank you very much. Stay safe out there. Great to see you.